Hello again, GCS families. We are coming to the end of another awesome week. Today's a very special day. Today's Grandparents' Day. So we're super excited about everything that's happening with our kids and the connections we're making with our grandparents and things like that. I've got with me today Mirta. And Mirta, did you have a pretty fun week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you learn a few things? Awesome. Are your grandparents coming today?
Yeah.
Awesome. We can't wait to see them. Mirta, you were telling me earlier that you learned a little bit about math. Now, before you tell me in English, can you tell me what it was that you learned in math and say it in Spanish?
De escuela y matemática.
Good. Good. And we talked through some of that, didn't we? And you learned about, do you remember what it's in English? She was telling me that they learned some equations this week. So can you give me an example of one of the equations that you learned?
5.
Okay, good. So learning some math strategies, doing a great job in first grade there. And you went on a trip last week. Where'd you go?
To the apple orchard.
Or this week, yeah, you went to the apple orchard this week. What were a few of the things that you saw?
Well, we saw a big machine. What sort of the apples were big and small.
Okay, so you got to see some sorting too. Awesome. Are you excited about today? You excited about school so far?
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. High five. Nice work. All right, I'm now joined by Jack from 3rd grade, correct?
Correct.
Correct. All right. So in 3rd grade, you guys have been spending some time learning about geography. And some of those parts of geography that you've learned have had to do with maps. So what do maps help us do?
Maps help us learn where places are on a map,
Okay.
like where the equator and the prime meridian is.
Perfect. Very cool. So what is the difference between the equator and the prime meridian?
The prime meridian goes up and down, and the equator goes left and right.
Okay, cool. Now, there was something that I learned about 3rd grade in geography, and that was a compass rose.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like we're north, southeast, east. I think it's southeast,
Mm-hmm.
then west, south, or southern west.
Okay. So the compass rose helps us when we look at a map figure out which direction things are.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. And you also did something. I saw something hanging from the ceiling in your rooms. Tell me about that.
Mathmobiles. I got 4 times 4. So then we put a string down, then we connect it, and Mrs. Briggs punches a hole in it to make a little card where you tie a knot on it, then put it on your thing, and she clips it to the top of the ceiling.
All right. And what does that help you do?
It helps us learn about more math facts.
Good. Awesome. That's a really creative way to do things. Do you like that?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Great. Thank you so much. That was good to see some 3rd grade stuff. All right. Coming to us from 4th grade is Grant. And Grant, you were telling me that you had a trip, too, that you went on. Tell us about that.
We went to Howard Christian Nature Center, and we learned about where animals live and, like, what things are poisonous.
Okay. What were a couple of examples of poisonous things from Michigan that you learned about?
Like poison oak, poison ivy.
All right. Have you ever gotten poison oak or poison ivy?
No.
No, me either. I hope I never do. What about you?
Yeah.
Same thing. All right, good. And you learned about some strategies for reading. Tell me about that.
If you don't know a word in the book, then you can reread the sentence, and then you can maybe figure out what the word is, like what the word is.
Okay. And there was a word for that. Do you remember what it was? We call it context clues. So just seeing what the sentence is like, sometimes you can figure out what the word is just because of the sentence. Good strategy to help us with some new vocabulary. Good job. Any new words that you did learn by doing that? That stick out?
A few in Spanish.
Cool. Cool, cool. All right. Well, great. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. All right. I am joined today by a 2nd grader, Kinsley. So Kinsley, you were telling me about some things you learned this week, right? So what was one of the things you learned about this week?
So we're learning about lakes and rivers. So
Okay. What are you learning about lakes and rivers?
it's kind of like we're kind of like learning about what they live in and like what kind of they're called and like which one's the biggest, which one's the smallest.
Okay. Good. Are you learning about where the water comes from for lakes and rivers?
Yeah, we kind of are. So like the pond, like the tiny little rivers, they go into a huge river, then all the way go to the ocean.
Awesome. Very cool. Awesome. And then I also saw you playing a math game, or we talked about a math game. Explain that to me a little bit.
So you have to roll a dice, so you kind of have to have like a couple of eggs, but the first one, like where you start, doesn't really have to.
Okay.
But the end has to be an egg.
The end has to be an egg.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
All right. So how do you get from one spot to the next?
So you have to roll a dice, 2 dices.
Okay.
And what number there's numbers in the eggs.
Gotcha. So when you roll 2 dice, what do you have to do with those dice? The numbers on those dice.
Okay, those 2 numbers you have to like make them together. Like
What's that called when you make them
What are
together?
they in totals?
Do
Like
you remember what that's called?
no, not in
You-
English.
What is it in Spanish?
What is it again?
I don't remember.
Mas.
Mas. So it's when you're adding them together.
Yes, you're adding
Good.
them together.
Good. So you're playing games that involve
And
adding numbers.
and what's the total? That's what you. And if the total's on that egg, then that's how you move.
Gotcha. All right, one last question. What's your favorite special class that you get to do here at Granville Christian? Music.
And PE.
And PE, but we're picking our favorite. So what's your favorite?
Music.
Why is music your favorite?
Well, I like to sing a
Okay.
lot.
Awesome. Is there a favorite song that you've sung in music class so far? And that's okay if there's not.
It's mostly 1 John chapter 3.
Okay, good. I like that one too. Awesome job. Are you having a good year?
Yeah.
Awesome. High five. Good job. Thank you so much for helping me out today. All right, we are in for a special treat. Like we said, today's Grandparents' Day, and I'm joined by Nolan. Nolan brought his grandpa here today, didn't you, Nolan? And Nolan's going to tell us something that he really likes about spending time with his grandpa.
I like my grandpa because he pulls me tubing and he goes fishing with me.
Awesome. And I bet your grandpa likes to do some stuff with you.
Oh, I do. I love to pull you with the boat, and we love to watch him play baseball. I like to watch him do all his school activities, and the list goes on and on and on.
Very, very cool. Well, we love having our grandparents here today, and we love hearing all the different things that our students get to do with grandparents. So we really appreciate all the support from grandparents as well. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we are joined by another set of grandparents, and it's been a great, great day here at Grandparents' Day. We're joined by Tatum, and Tate, tell us some of the things you love about your grandparents.
What I love about my grandparents is that they're just so loving and like they're willing to give up their time for us and have us over to their house and yeah.
Did they spoil you?
Yeah, I
Good.
would say.
Good.
Yes.
That's what grandparents are good at. They are good at that. And what are some of the things you guys enjoy about Tatum?
She's very sweet, always very complimentary of everything and excited to do things with us, which we really love.
She has a beautiful voice and sings very well, and we like to hear her sing. And she'll pray for us in Spanish.
Awesome. I have not heard her sing yet or pray in Spanish yet, but I might have the chance to do that. So we appreciate all the things that our grandparents do and the support that they give our school and our students and all that good stuff. So thanks again for coming today and being a part of this. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, we've had another amazing week. This was a big week. Today was a great day. It was an awesome day getting to see all of our grandparents and our community come together in support of our school and all the awesome things that are happening here. So I hope our students had a great day. I know our grandparents loved seeing all the kids today. So another great experience. A couple of things to think about coming up for next week. It's our last week for our box tops competition. Which classrooms, which grade levels can bring in the most box tops. So over the weekend, see what you can find and send those in. Next week, Friday, October 7, is our alumni and school spirit day for our Granville Calvin Christian football game. So any students with Calvin Christian gear or Granville Christian gear or even gold and green can get in for free. Students, that is. So we look forward to seeing a lot of people there to cheer on our teams. So looking forward to that. Also, the next day, October 8th, is Family Fun Night here at Granville Christian. So obviously a lot of fun happening there. Tomorrow is our Granville Christian Parent Club is sponsoring a day at Mulker's Orchards from 12 to 4. So we're looking forward to people being there, and some money goes to our school as well from proceeds at Mulker's Orchard. So we've had a great week. I am super excited about the things happening here, and I know that our kids are excited, our teachers are excited, our families are excited too. So we've been blessed with another great week, and I thank you all for that. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.